right, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. And this is Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Brent Barry. Allie LaForce, our reporter tonight. We'll see the Seattle Supersonics taking on the Detroit Pistons. And it's the Pistons to start out. Now the starting group for the visitors. Outside Paul. Pass to Harden. Clock at 6. And here's Griffin outside. Gets the three ball to go.
Well, Blake Griffin hitting this, it's going to reset your defensive strategy. You've got to rush out to him because he can be a bit streaky from out there, and it's working.
Here's Hawkins. Here's Marshall. Pass to Parker. Lets it go from 11. Ooh, rejected by Noel. And now the Pistons in transition. Now here's Harden. Right side Paul. Back to Harden. The Pistons need to get one up quick. Three-pointer. Another three for Detroit.
Everyone knows Harden is a talented passer. He can really rack up those assists.
Pass to Marshall. Here's Hawkins. And here's Parker. Over Paul. That went off the back iron and out.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
And here's Griffin outside. He drops it from range. Griffin's got 9.
They've been the more poised team tonight, and the score reflects that.
Yeah, just really pouring it on right now, trying to take away the opposition's motivation to keep competing in this one.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
First personal foul.
A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Detroit.
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep, and they have been thus far.
Well, not only that, but you love how unselfish they've been to start this game. That's going to get all the guys in a great flow and feeling good. So moving that ball around and scoring off assists, it's a nice way to play.
First one falls for him. So for the Pistons, Bagley's checked in for Harden. Diallo comes in for Noel. And Cade Cunningham subbed in for Griffin. So he picks up just one from the line that time. Here's the Pistons with the ball. They're on a 9-1 run. Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
Now here's Jordan. Diallo on the wing. Paul passes to Cunningham. Lets it go from deep. And there's Paul. That one's good on the assist by Cunningham.
They're starting to pull away here as their shots keep falling.
Start to feel their confidence. That's the difference between the success they're having now and the struggles they faced earlier.
Here's Hawkins. And that's out of bounds. Seattle will retain possession. Walker, he's checked in for Paul.
Substitution on the court.
.143 left now in the first quarter. Clock at 4. Here's Ginobili. And they recover it. Here's Duncan. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. And that one's good.
Well, if you don't box out the big fundamental, you're going to have a fundamental problem.
Here's Jordan. Again, the Pistons score.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
There's just no reason to give him inside position.
Yeah, when he's this close to the basket, it's a wrap.
Jordan with the bucket.
Versatile big with lots of years behind him. DeAndre Jordan locked in shooting that mid-range shot. That's a rarity.
Here's McMillan. The ball's knocked loose. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play opportunity. James Harden, he's checked in for the Pistons. And the free throw, no good. And at this point, they're loving this big lead.
Absolutely. And they haven't really faced a lot of resistance.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Harden. And then Harden with the jam.
Oh, you cannot allow Harden this type of positioning because he's going to dunk all over you when you do.
Parker, no good. Inside. Oh, the big finish by Bagley.
Not getting old here, seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Pistons ahead, up by 16. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute.
7. Here we go. Time to get started now.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a comfortable margin for the Pistons here, guys.
On the front foot, really right off the tip. They've been ruthless offensively.
Well, just taking it right at the opposition and the other team right now. No answers and no way to slow them down.
So on the floor for Seattle. Here's Ginobili. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And the shot's good.
Showing his trademark aggressiveness inside, Ginobili was not going to be denied.
And that was the mobile one drive. Low resistance to the finish line.
Yeah, he made that drive look easy, but that had a high degree of difficulty.
Gotta love the effort there. An undersized 4 who can really make things happen with that leaping ability.
Pass to Marshall. Up top, Johnson. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Johnson's got 5.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Here's a 3 from Paul. And the Pistons, another 3.
How about the way Chris Paul manipulates the defense with the handle there? Phenomenal at keeping his focus.
Pass to Ginobili. And they go to the intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
The Pistons making a switch here. Noel's checked in. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. And it's stolen by Noel. Outside Paul. Pass to Griffin. He shoots a 3. Yes! And it's Paul with the assist that time. He's got 14.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
Bagley's checked in for Griffin. Pass to McMillan. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. That one goes. Count it.
Great use of the bounce pass. Thumbs down on that one. Tough to defend against.
Out to the right wing. Now Bagley. Outside Paul. And there's the drive. Oh, he gets it to go. So far, he can't miss. He's 4 for 4.
Just got that ball on a string and uses that change of pace so effective. Chris Paul getting wherever he wants to go now.
Well, the defense allowed that one. He had a clear path to the cup.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. James Harden, with plenty of confidence, said not to brag or anything, but I'm really good at this game. I'm unselfish. I play the right way. I don't try to do anything I can't do or that doesn't benefit our team. And that mindset keeps me in a good place. Yeah?
Very self-assured, Allie. Thank you. Oh, they get a hand on it.
2 minutes.
Diallo passes to Bagley. Paul with it. This one for 3. And the Pistons, another 3.
Yeah, there's a dependability when Chris Paul needs to get the scoring going. He's still capable of doing that.
Pass to McMillan. Here's Ginobili. Walker covering. 1:24 left in the second quarter. 5 on the clock. And Noel hammers it down.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
And the gamble paying off.
Here's Ginobili. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Diallo. And a new group getting ready for the Pistons. Duran, he's checked in for Noel. Livers comes in for Bagley. Burks, he's checked in for Diallo. And Joseph is subbed in for Walker. A nice shot by Duncan.
Well, in that area of the floor, that's where Tim Duncan really shines. He knows how to take care of business from there.
A sloppy turnover. When you're not locked in, you pay the price.
Substitution for your Pistons. Play Griffin.
58 seconds left in the first half.
DeAndre Jordan.
Here's Ginobili. Down low. Perkins. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
So blessed with excellent court vision, especially for a wing player. Ginobili repeatedly finds the open man.
Here's Harden.
Everybody up for that one.
Goodness!
You could just feel that coming.
Check it out. Harden putting on a show, throwing down an acrobatic dunk.
Going all in. That was the 2K drive. Well worth a second look.
And he's been incredible this game. And plays like that one show you how locked in he is.
That is all timing right there. Just led him perfectly.
About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. And again, it's Detroit converting.
Jordan.
Parker against Paul. Knocks it loose. And that's out of bounds. Seattle will retain possession.
Checking in for Seattle.
8 seconds left in the first half. 1 second left. Count the basket.
Tim Duncan.
6 points for him.
He really hooked the defender with that pump fake. It worked to perfection.
And so it's the Detroit Pistons sitting on a comfortable 21-point lead at the end of the quarter. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere.
For your Pistons youth dance team.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Chris Paul has been the story in this one. He had 16 points and 1 rebound. He came in with something to prove tonight after having a very tough outing in their last game. Kenny, what's your take on Detroit so far?
I like what they're doing offensively. Looking at their field goal percentage, they're moving the ball, getting great looks, and of course, they're knocking down shots. I mean, that's the point of the game, isn't it? Shaq, right? That's the point.
Obviously.
Shaq, let's get your insight on the visiting team.
Definitely they need to get out. 3-point shooters and contest. Oh, it's killing me. This is what happens when the other team identifies your weakness. It just keeps hammering on it.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
Fans, your Pistons.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Chris Paul having a dominant impact in this game.
Through 2 quarters of play, he's been an excellent source of points.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. We've got Nerlens Noel. Griffin is out there with Chris Paul. Then it's James Harden. And it's Jordan in at the 3. That's the group for Detroit right now. Now here's Griffin. Outside Paul. Shot clock at 6. From deep, Jordan. Doesn't go that time. The Supersonics go the other way with it. With the fadeaway. That one's good for 2. Jordan's got 8. Second half rolling along. About a minute played here. Pass to Hawkins. Back to Parker. Here's Hawkins. Still getting warmed warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. So for the Pistons, Bagley's checked in for Noel. Diallo comes in for Griffin. And Cunningham subbed in for Paul. Now here's Cunningham. Three-pointer, Harden. The shot's good on the assist by Cunningham. Cunningham's got 3 assists in the game.
Defense making it pretty easy for Cade Cunningham here. You can't leave someone wide open on this team.
Hawkins can't get it to go. And the Pistons with possession here. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. And out of bounds, the Supersonics will take it. And a new group getting ready for the Pistons. Duren, he's checked in for Bagley. Livers comes in for James Harden. Burks, he's checked in for Jordan. And Joseph is subbed in for Diallo. Parker, and count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Personal foul.
Into the third. 2 minutes in now. Here's Duren. Pass to Joseph. To the middle. And there's a 3-second violation.
3-second violation. Supersonics ball.
A difficult situation for Seattle. Parker with it. Jordan picks him up. Johnson passes to Parker.
DeAndre Jordan. James Harden.
Tipped away. Pass to Marshall. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Hawkins. Rebounded by the Pistons. Well, we're into the third quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played. Noel, the pass to Jordan. From behind the arc. And Harden gets it to go on the assist by Jordan. Harden's got 10.
Now just all alone down there. Credit goes to DeAndre for finding him. That's a nice pass.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Johnson.
That's just poor communication between those two. The passer has to make sure his teammate is established, and the teammate has to know the pass is coming. See, that's communication.
Cunningham finds Walker. On the wing, Burks. Pass to Livers. Outside Walker. Right side Burks. There's the 3. They get the rebound. Back to Walker. From deep. And out of bounds. The Supersonics will take it.
I know people can't see you, but you're doing what I'm doing. Scratching your head to that turnover.
So for the Pistons, Duren comes in for Bagley, and Joseph is subbed in for Cade Cunningham. Pass to Ginobili. Back to Parker. To the paint. Ooh, poked away. In transition. And out of bounds. The Supersonics will take it.
Seattle ball. Supersonic substitution.
1:06 left in the third quarter.
Detroit foul. Corey Joseph. Second personal foul. Team second.
Here's McMillan, and it's going to be a 3-second call.
You have to limit mistakes. They're so tough to overcome.
Well, not making things easier on themselves right now, that's for sure.
Pass to Joseph. On the wing, Burks. 40 seconds left to play in the third. 6 to shoot. Back to Walker. Here's Livers. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Diallo's checked in for the Pistons.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Askew. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
First personal foul. 13 foul.
That free throw no good.
For the Supersonics. Askew, Vincent Askew, at the line for 2.
He does not get the second one. And the Pistons pushing it up now. Ahead. Pass to Duren. Diallo outside. Fires from deep. Sends it home from three-point land. Diallo's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. And so it's Detroit in total control, up by 29 going into the break. And the way they've been playing, I just don't think they could possibly lose control of this one. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Woo, I'm fired up to see this dish one more time. It's always great to see your two guards share the wealth.
Sometimes that's what can separate some of the best players, not just creating for yourself, but creating for others as well.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. So on the floor for Seattle. Pass to Joseph. On the wing, Burks. Out left to the wing. Shot clock at 5. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over.
Seattle ball.
Here's Snow. Pass to Perkins. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Drops in the layup for 2.
No need to risk a shot from range when you can take it inside.
Outstanding dribble drive. And that replay was brought to you by Mobile One.
Yeah, a double-digit deficit. They're going to have to play better. They need more of this kind of aggressive play.
Capable of scoring from a lot of levels. When you guard Cade Cunningham, you're going to have to make a choice. This time they chose wrong.
Here's Wingate. Pass to Askew. Into the lane. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
So close on the finish. I mean, it could have been a 3-point opportunity.
And the Pistons making a change here. Walker's checked in. Here's the Pistons with the ball. Pass to Joseph. And a little over a minute and a half gone by in the fourth. Duran with the bucket.
Like a matador. Ole! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
And it's time to take another look at that powerful block.
What a play. I mean, that'll have the offense thinking twice about taking shots in his presence.
Detroit on D. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth now. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Snow. Oh, dismissed. Here's Duran. Back to Walker. Here's Livers. Back to Joseph. There's the triple. Another 3 for Detroit.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from 3-point range.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the 3-point line.
And that puts them just 1 foul from the bonus.
Livers. First personal foul. 13 foul.
Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Askew gets the bucket.
Now, that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Here's
2
Livers.
minutes remaining in the game.
Pass to Burks.
2 minutes.
5 to shoot. Charity stripe shot. And Detroit again with the bucket.
And despite the defender's length, he goes right up from the mid-range.
I don't think he sees any kind of defense when he's at that range. It doesn't matter who's guarding him.
To the inside. Here's Brakowski. Good work there as it goes. And so it's Detroit with it. Pass to Livers. The kick out to Walker. From deep 3-point range. And he gets it back to the left wing. Outside Burks. Now Walker. Clock at 6. And again, it's Detroit.
2.
1:09 left to play in the fourth quarter. To the middle. Here's Brakowski. And the shot goes down.
Frank Brakowski.
Here's Walker. Pass to Burks. Here's Livers. Here's Joseph. Burks finds Walker. Tries it from 16. Count that bucket.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Here's Snow. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Second.
And where was this type of effort earlier in the game? Unfortunately, this run will be all for nothing.
The consistency definitely is a key to some of the playoff performing teams, and tonight they just did not find it in this contest.
Yes, it's good.
You can feel the excitement in this arena. These guys have done one heck of a job.
Yeah, huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
So we see the Pistons taking the W here. We saw two different teams tonight. One played with confidence, operating flawlessly. The other just looked lost.
And the energy in this building was awesome. The crowd was involved from the jump, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see how it all came together.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Brent Barry, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.